Alright guys, welcome to the very first episode of Mining Positivity Guilty Pleasures. This is where we play a game other than Minecraft. I know, but there are other games I play from time to time, and I've heard a few comments that people would like to see me play some other stuff, so I thought I'd give Grounded a try, because I used to play the beta, and I started playing this a little bit, and I love this game. I love the concept of what they did with the whole, like, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids kind of thing, and just kind of living in a backyard and stuff like that. I love everything about this game, and I think it would be fun to kind of play through it together. Um, I do get freaked out by spiders quite a bit in this game. They really kind of freak me out. So, we got the main story started here. I did skip the intro. I love this huge baseball that you can see right at the beginning. And I've made a few bases here in the past and stuff like that. I don't know where I'm going to actually make my base. There's a lot of stuff around here and a lot you can do, but we need to accomplish some of the starter tasks. So basically the story is that you're, I believe, the child of a scientist, and you got shrinking down, and then you parachuted, or a briefcase, you got shrinking and put into a briefcase, and then parachuted into this backyard, and you have to figure out how to survive. And there were other scientists that were here at some point that were also shrinking, and you're going to use some of their equipment and stuff that's left over to figure out what's going on with you and how to get back to full size. So yeah, that's where we're at. And I'm just going to start collecting a bunch of resources because we kind of need those in the beginning to get started with. So we got plenty of inventory space when you start off, which is something that is always a struggle in all survival games, but thankfully in this game it's a little more merciful. And so there's kind of a spoiler right there. But if you haven't seen this game, try it out. It is so good. I mean, it is really fun. And you can build some really cool stuff and really get into like the building aspect and the story aspect and all of it. Like all of it's just really cool. Oh, we saw an ant there. Okay, so we want to start peeping some of these things, which is where we can learn a little bit more about the animals and things like that that are here. Actually, not animals, insects. But this is one of the labs. So inside of these labs, you can find little goodies, like here's some candy bars. So I will grab those. But most importantly, this can show you a little information about, kind of your tool that you use to monitor yourself and stuff like that. And then it'll show some lore in some of these videos. But we can't actually access that quite yet. But what we can do is start analyzing things. And when you analyze something, what winds up happening is you learn more about that particular thing. So I want to analyze the plant fiber. We'll do that first. You get raw science, which when you find Burgle, which we'll see in a little bit, you can interact with him and then use this terminal and use the raw science to unlock additional crafting things. So one of the things we just unlocked there was the basic, like, thread, I think it was. Let's take a look here. Yeah, the rope, the crude rope. So we want that. We want to craft as many as we can because you need that for practically everything. So what else? Let's analyze the sap here. We got a plant lamp, a workbench, sap scone, and a torch. The torch is highly important. We will be using that. And we'll analyze... Oh, we can analyze the rope. Or can we? Yeah. Oh, the rope is how you learn about the bow. Okay. So I played this when it was in beta, and they were adding a bunch of stuff. They had just added the pond, or were about to add the pond, and I stopped playing. So, okay. So let's go ahead and get a couple things right off the bat. So we're going to need a hammer for sure. We're going to need an axe. We can't make the shovel quite yet. I think that's about as much as we're going to be able to do. But with that hammer and axe... Oh, yeah, so the right trigger throws things, and in Minecraft that switches between your inventory stuff, and so it gets really difficult for me to remember like what's what. So this little guy is a great food source, so we'll want to collect the weevil meat, and we're going to wind up cooking him up a little later. But one of the first things I want to do is get over here and get some clovers, because those clovers are going to help us to make our very first set of armor. So let's go ahead and take this weevil out. and get some more food. And we're really gonna have to decide where we want the base. Ugh, this is always my initial struggle with this game is like, where do I want to have my base? So yeah, that's always a struggle. So I'm gonna spend a second here. I'm just gonna chop down a bunch of these clovers. Oh, we're under attack from these mites. So the lawn mites they can be dangerous, especially in the early game, but they're really useful. You wind up using their mite fuzz for a lot of different things. But they have a jump attack, so if you let them jump at you, they're kind of stunned for a second, and then you can take them out. We do have some dried grass here, so we're going to take that. Oh, we did not mean to hit that ant. Okay, so we will block the ants. Yeah, and if there's more than one ant and they see you fighting, they will gang up on you, and it will be game over for sure. Okay, he left. We're going to just leave him be. That was totally an accident. I did not mean to strike him. So everything out here in the yard, almost everything, is like literally trying to kill you. Like everything wants you dead. You're either food or some kind of threat to them, so they're trying to finish you off. All right, so let's go back to our science lab here, and we'll look at the mysterious machine. So I think we need to analyze the clover before we can make the clover armor. I'm not totally sure about that. And you can't, like, endlessly keep analyzing things. It takes time for it to refill. So let's analyze our clover. Okay, so we can make the clover armor now. So let's actually look and see what we need to be able to make that. Okay, the only thing I think is going to be an obstacle here is the rope. But let's go ahead and craft what we can. Oh, we need the workbench to be able to craft any of this. So can we make the workbench? Yeah, we can make it. Okay, we need to figure out where we're going to set up our first base. I say we set up by the mysterious machine over here. It's kind of a nice little central location. The only problem with this is bugs can get to you. And so this is like a
bathroom scale?
yeah, he says it's like a bathroom scale, but it's actually like some kind of scientific machine here. And the object is to get all three of these like parts to fire off. One of them is being blocked by a leaf, and one of them mites are like chewing on the wires, and we need to expose that to kind of fix that problem. So I think we need to set up our little camp first, which we're going to need some grass to do that. So I'm going to grab some more of these sprigs and things like that because we're going to need the rope to craft a few more things. So let me chop down some of these. And you'll see, like, when these chop down, as long as you don't cut the stem, they'll grow back over time. But you can take these and kind of stack them up. Another great thing about this game is things don't, like, despawn on you. At least I don't remember them ever despawning. Because it's not a, like, procedurally generated world. It's a static world. And it is large. Like, it's a very large world, even though you're super small in it. But, yeah, so you can kind of stack things and leave them be, and they don't go away. Now, that's not to say insects won't come and take that. Like, they might come and take it away, but they won't just despawn on you, which is fantastic. Okay, one thing that's a big deal in this game is managing your hunger and your thirst meter, which is a constant threat, like all survival games. A great way to get water in the beginning of this game, though, is to look up at the leaves and try to find water that's dripping around. Oh, the crow is out. So there's a big crow in the other side, and sometimes he drops leaves or feathers, and then you can pick those up and use them for crafting. But I actually see some water right there. And so what we want to do is hit the leaf that the water's on. The water will fall down, and then we want to just drink it. So, and that almost gave us full thirst meter, which is great. But we are hungry. So, and that's mostly because I'm chopping and fighting and doing all this stuff. So we're going to have to set up something here. I can't remember for the life of me if you can build on this machine. Let's see. Let's see what we can build here. Okay, so you cannot build on top of there. There is a rock nearby, And sometimes ants struggle to get up on this rock. So I think we'll just temporarily put some things here. Because we don't want the ants coming and, like, taking all of our stuff. Another great thing about this game is, like, you can build things and not have the resources to build them yet and see where they're going to be. And then build them later on, like, when you actually do have the resources. But I want to get us into some armor right away. So we got our hood. We've got our poncho. We need a little bit more rope here, which we might actually have what we need to make that. Let's take a look. Yeah, we can just make a couple more, and we can make our shin guards at the workbench. Okay, and now we should be able to armor up here. All right.
A little less squishy now.
We're a little less squishy and ready to start taking on some foes. I'm going to put this up here. I think we should try to at least start cooking up a little food before we go and fight off the mites that are destroying the machine over here. All right, we've actually not unlocked the recipe for the cooking station. So let's head back over to our science lab. I think I needed to scan something very simple from the very beginning of the game, because that's one of the early items. So let's, oh, this is the ice cap mince box. During the beta, they added in something where you could break up in there and get like some kind of freezing weapon. I don't know if that's really a thing anymore, but I guess we'll see as we play along. Okay, we got a couple different things we can scan here. We'll go ahead and scan the plank. Okay, that gave us a bunch of building things. We'll scan the weevil meat here. Okay, weevil shield. We're definitely going to want that. That's like a must. We'll scan the rock. Okay, the spear is a great beginning weapon. All right, kind of done scanning. So one of the great things about having the base near a science station like that is just that you can scan a bunch of stuff. So we did not unlock the cooking station, and I'm not sure I remember what we needed to actually do that. But we're gonna need to eat soon. Okay, we can make a bed right now, so I want to do that just so we can set our spawn point. And again, we'll just put on this little rock for now. All right. There, our respawn point is set. I think we have what we need that we can go and activate this machine. So it's not going to work at first, and then we're going to find out what we need to do.
Curiosity killed the tiny beat.
Okay. So we can see this laser is being damaged. That one's okay, that one's okay.
Seems like the machine needs all three lasers.
Sometimes this one's blocked by a leaf, but it seems okay. So the one that's not okay is over here. Let's go see if we can find out where these mites are and get that problem taken care of. We are going to need a torch, so I went ahead and crafted that just because we're definitely going to need that. Anytime you find sap in this game, you want to grab that. That is needed for so many things. Just like a constant here. Okay, so here's one of the machines. And I think this is the one they're chewing on. Yeah.
Stay over there,
so we want to take care of these guys so they stop chewing on the machine. And they're chewing this thing up. I mean, it is heavily damaged. Alright, let's go ahead and light our torch. Okay, the little ants won't attack you if you don't attack them, but the big ants will. Okay. I think that's it. I think we're good. So now we should be able to go and activate the machine, and when we do, it's going to blow up an area by the oak tree, and then that will unlock kind of the whole story of the game. Okay, came around the long way, but maybe we can analyze something. We can. Okay, we can analyze the dry grass. The dry grass is what gives us the roasting spit, so we needed that. And let's look at the Might Fuzz. Okay, arrows, which is definitely, we're going to want our bow. Bow in this game is amazing in the early game. So super, super useful. Okay, so now that we have that, we want to actually cook something and replenish our hunger. But I'm going to go ahead and activate this machine and blow up the lab. Oh, see, something's blocking it now. Oh, maybe we missed something. There must have been a mite still chewing on something. Let's head back over there. I don't think we missed any mites in here. Oh, actually, maybe we did. Yep, we did. This is the first time in the game where the game kind of gets you into a situation where there's a lot of enemies. Which is why I like to make the clover armor, because it just kind of gives you at least a little something. Okay, that's the end of that. Yeah. Alright, let's go back and activate the machine now. I mean, look at the sunset in this game. It's incredibly beautiful. The shadows, the lighting, this game is really, really good. Really good. Alright, we're back now. And all of the beams are going, but we are in big trouble because we're completely out of hunger meter, and we're going to die if we don't eat. So, let's go ahead and get this part done.
My bad?
And so there was no completed story when I was playing the beta, so now there is a completed story. I have no idea what it is. Like, I literally don't know what happens when you beat the game. I'm assuming you return to normal size, and then there's some kind of cutscene or something, but yeah, it'll be a total surprise for me when we beat it, because we will beat it. So let's go ahead and get our roasting spit down and cook up some food here, because like I said, that's a problem. All right, light this up, and we can put this weevil meat on here. And this will just cook. It'll change the look, and then we'll know that it's done because it'll have like a kind of a golden brownish color to it. Ooh, there's a ladybug over there. Those are really hard to take down, and they're not aggressive unless you're aggressive, but we will have to take some down because we can make some pretty sweet armor with them. But yeah, you can see on the screen it says eat or die. You will die. Like, you need to eat. And that meter is actually going down fairly quickly right now. So we definitely want to eat something. We did have the candy bars,
I think.
so we might as well just eat those right now, just so we have something. There we go. I forgot about those candy bars, actually. All right, so I don't want this base to get any further because this is terrible. Like, we want to actually build a structure. And so we need to go to the lab because the lab is going to give us what we need to unlock the ability to build floors and stuff like that. So I think we'll call it here. And then on the next episode, we'll head over to the lab, get our floor thing set up, and then start working on our base. So guys, let me know, do you like the idea of Mining Positivity Guilty Pleasures where we play some different games? Or would you like it to just stay Minecraft? Let me know. But hopefully you guys are well, and I'll see you on the next episode of Mining Positivity. Bye, friends.